So for this part of the tutorial, what we're going to do is work on the detailing. So what we're going to do is first off go to the back area here. We're going to place cobblestone blocks in front of these two pillars with a cobblestone wall on top, then a cobblestone stair with an upside down stair behind it and a wall on top of that. Do the same to this pillar as well. Then in the center area here, we're going to place two blocks with a cobblestone stair in the middle, two cobblestone stairs either side, spruce wood stair above each of the blocks that we placed, both upside down, then a slab with three gates in the center like so, then wooden logs pointing out like so on top of the cobblestone walls, then two upside down stairs like so, and a slab in the center on the bottom half of the block. You can then take some cobblestone and you're just going to draw around this area with cobblestone like so. For these areas you can then put in some flags or banners or something similar to that. That's essentially what I've done, but you don't have to do it. It looks perfectly good without the banners. But once you've done that, you can then copy this same design to these other two areas. So I'm going to quickly go and do them. I want you to do the same, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so once you've got all of that done, what you can then do on this side and this corner here, what you can then do is place in your two blocks once again with your cobblestone stairs, upside down stair, upside down stair one block higher than it was before, same on the opposite side, with a slab underneath and a slab on top, and then gates on top of them. Here you can place an upside down stair with an upside down stair and a slab. Place a pointing out block of wood on this pillar here with your upside down stair, your slab, and then just a block in the corner instead. This will stop any of those dark patches appearing there, hopefully anyway. Then once you've got them, you can place two blocks at the bottom like so, with a wall and a wall, stair with a stair, then upside down stair behind both of them, then wall, wall, and then finally a spruce fence on top of each of those like so. On this side over here we want to do the same, so we've got the block with the stair in the middle and the stair on the end like so. Upper stair with a slab underneath, stair with a slab underneath and a slab in the center. Fence gates on top like so, and then once again we're going to do our same pattern here that we did before with a wall, a stair, an upside down stair, a wall and a spruce fence like so. On this wall we're going to do the same, or this pillar sorry, we're going to do the same. So we've got our block, our wall, our stair, our upside down stair, our wall, our fence, then an right way around stair with an upside down stair on top, just like so. And then what you want to do is just quickly place in a block, cobblestone wall, stair, upside down stair, wall, fence, and then a stair. Hopefully that should all fit in together fairly well. If you don't want this stair here, because it's not actually required, you can replace this one with a block, since there'll be a stair sticking out of it afterwards, but we'll do that later. And just before we copy everything round, we also want to be placing a stair here and here, just like so, and connecting these top bits with a piece of wood, just like so. I know that is a lot, that's a lot to take in, and to top this off we actually have to now draw the outline around this area. We can do it up to there, but as I say, that's a lot to take in. but it's fairly simple to copy around. But once you've done all of that, what you can then do is copy everything you've just done to the opposite side. So I'm going to quickly go and do that. I want you to do the same, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so now that those two sides are in, or those two corners, what we can then do is take our wooden logs, and we're going to place two along here like so. We're then going to place two going up. In this gap, we're going to place a spruce slab. Here we're going to place a stair with an upside down stair next to it, and a gate on top of that. Over here, what we're going to do is place in an upside down stair, and I'll just quickly grab the rest. Then a fence piece, a cobblestone wall, block on the bottom, cobblestone wall, I think you know this bit by now, stair with an upside down stair, like so. And we're just going to add this to each of these pillars going round. So I'm going to do that, 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 and that. But instead here we can place in a block instead. We can do the same here. Cobblestone wall, oop, fence, stair. Same again here. With your wall, wall, fence, fence, stair and stair. You can then place an upside down stair here and here attached to the current stairs. Above them you're going to place an upside down stair with another upside down stair, fence on top, and then stairs on top of those fences. Then you can take some oak fence, place oak fence in these gaps with 2 blocks of cobblestone. We're going to do this for each of these small areas. We're not going to do anything really to this side yet, because we'll start to see how it all sort of molds together once we start doing the main rooftop. So once you've got them, you can also do this side, of course. So you want to be doing this side with your stairs, your slab in the centre, your fence. Oh, I didn't mention that you needed a slab in the centre of there. That would have helped. But just do the same on all 3 of these sides, just like so. Once you've got that done, what you can then do is take your cobblestone, and at the bottom here, so we need to find sort of like a cut-off point of where the tower actually goes into the building. So let's say it's up to here. So what we'll do is we'll add a line going along here. We can obviously change it up as we go along, and then we just build around. We'll go through here, and then we'll go round this corner, round this corner, connect these up like so. We'll try and make sure these are even, so if we are connecting it here, we need to connect it here as well, and that means we need to go 2 down there and place them like so. And then what we can do is also just quickly place in stairs and then slabs to give the structure a bit of depth, like so. Once we've got that, what we can then do is quickly grab some spruce wood, and the stairs again, we're just going to place a block with a stair underneath and a slab in between them. We're just going to do this all the way around, like so. So they're all in. And then once you've done that, since there is a lot to do, we're now going to copy everything we've just done over to the other side. So I'm going to quickly go and do that. I want you to do the same, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, now that we have all of that done, what we can now do is take our trusty dark oak wood, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up on these corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to come out by 1, so we're going to go bring it out by 1, and then go 1 down as well. We can do this for all sides pretty much. Don't think it will change too much between it, but we can always build over what we've done. Then once we've got that, we can place 3 blocks going across like so. Once we've got that in, we can then do we're going to have to do it in from this side, where we do a stair with a slab on top, and then it's a stair with a slab on top, stair, slab on top. We can do this for all sides. Slabs on top, just like so. And then here we're going to do cobblestone slab, cobblestone slab. We can do this all the way around, just like so. Then once we've got that in, we can do right way around stair with a cobblestone slab beneath that. Sorry, bring it up by 1. Just realised what I'd done. So stair next to the sideways log, then cobblestone wall, upside down stair, slab on top. Do the same here as well. And we can do it pretty much all the way around with the slab on top. Whoops. We just keep going round until it's all in. Just like so. Then we're going to take some spruce wood blocks. I'm going to place a block on each of these corners, like so, to add a bit of detail. I think what I've actually done is made a small mistake where I've put them on the lower half of the block, and I should have put them on the upper half, because then there is supposed to be a base for the tower, or not a base but a sort of platform for people to be able to stand on. But once you've got that all done, I know that was a bit complicated, I made that more complicated than it needed to be, but what you can now do once you've got that in is copy the same pattern and the same design over to the other side. So I'm going to go and quickly do that. I want you to do the same, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so once you've got all that in, what you can then do is take your wooden logs again, and we're going to bring these corners up by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then once we've got them in, on the second one down, you want to place a block sticking out on all of the sort of main faces. And then you're going to build 3 going across like so on all sides, 1 in front of the actual pillars, so we have this sort of almost circle-like shape. Once you've done that, you can take your cobblestone, and down here we're just going to fill in this area with cobblestone. And then once we've done that, we place upside down stairs in these corners, just like so. So once they're all in, we can then take some cobblestone stairs and place a stair on top of each of the cobblestone slabs we placed before. Obviously get them on. Then we can place a slab in between them. Then a line of 3 behind each of those, with 1 in the corner. And then finally slabs on the lower half of the block in the centre, just like so. Then once you've got that done, you can then take your red hardened clay, and we're going to first start off by placing 1 in the corner, then 1 going up, then 3 going out, and then around each side with the same pattern. And we're essentially going to make the same rooftops we made before. So the next layer is 3 with 1 in the middle, like so, and then we place 1 in the corner and make this sort of pattern. So one in the corner, 1 on top, then 2, then 1 across, then 1, then 1 down, then 2 again, just like so. And then finally we're going to place 1 block in the center of each of those 3 areas. Once you've got that in, you can then once again take your dark oak wood, and starting here we're going to place 2, 3, 4, and we do this for each of these small corners. Until each of these are in. Place a connecting block, and then 1 block on each of the remaining faces, like so. We can then take our darker wood, so yeah, dark oak wood. We're going to place an upside down stair facing outwards on underneath each of those logs, and then take a slab wherever they may be hiding and place that in the center of each of these, of each of the logs. And then finally what we're going to do is place 3 across on each of these with 1 in the center, then 3 up and 3 across. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then just connect them, I guess. Bring them up by 2 more, and then finally 3 in the dead center, like so. Once you've got all of that done, you can then copy everything you've just done to this tower over to the next tower. So I'm going to quickly go over and do that. I want you to do the same, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so once you've got both sides copied over, what you can then do is take your spruce wood stairs again, place 2 upside down stairs just underneath but on the same level as this log here. You're then going to place a slab in between them, and then place some gates on top of them. We're going to do this for each side, going around. So we place in each of these, like so. Then once you've got them in, you're going to take some quartz stairs. You're going to start off by doing, I believe it's a right way around stair, like so, then an upside down stair, a right way around stair, an upside down stair, a right way around stair, an upside down stair, right way around, upside down, then a block, then a right way around stair, an upside down stair, and another right way around stair. And you want to be doing this for each of these pillars, going around. I know this is going to be the longest sort of process here, is just trying to make sure you get all of these in. And the way I see it, the reason I'm using quite a lot of these sort of bone structures, and I also know there is a bone block now, which you could also use instead. I haven't had a chance to try it out yet, but if you want to try that out, then that's fine. The only downside is that there is no stairs, so it will come out a lot blockier and not as smooth. So you can give that a go, but for now, until they add some stairs in, I think we're good to use quartz still. Although I do believe it is, it's still very white. I think it needs that sort of creamier, dirtier colour. But they are good. So if you do this all the way around, you should get this done fairly quickly. So we make sure each of these are in. So we just keep going round until they are all in. Almost there. One more. Oop. So we place all of this in. Oops. Like so. And then once we've got that in, and just before we do the rooftops, which is the last bit, we're now going to copy everything we've just done to the opposite side. So I'm going to quickly go and do that. I want you to do the same, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, now that we've got the main bulk of the towers in, what we can now do is just finally finish it off by adding the rooftops. Now we only have to add 3 to this structure because it only really involves these 3 faces here. So what we're going to do is first off start by placing a cyan hardened clay, then 2, then 2 2s, then 2 and 1 cyan hardened clay. Then we're going to do 3, and you're going to have to bear with me in this because I believe it's 1 like that. We bring this out by 1 more, and then on the top here it's further out by 1 more again. Now since we have stuff here, we can safely assume that we don't actually need to be bringing the structure out any more than this. If you wanted to, you could probably fill in this area with the grey instead of having that detail. It's up to you, since the rest of the rooftop sort of feeds quite well, but then you'd also have the main structure which might change it up a bit. For now, since we're going to be changing things up anyway, I think I'll leave that in like so, and then when we get round to doing the larger rooftop, we can change it up later. But we then do the rest of the rooftops like so. It's the last one. We just oops. So 2 up there, 1, then 2, 1, then like so. So we make sure we get all of these in. Once again, we can place in this one here like so, and that should be fine. Obviously, make sure you actually do all of the structure and not just the bits I just did. So once we've got that in, we can do the other side, and it's a quick job, so we can do that together. So we'll just quickly add in this side as well. It's usually better off you start with the lower ones anyway, because then it's a bit easier to sort of guess where the curve is going to come in for the rest of the rooftop. So you're just going to make sure each of these are in, which is very easy to do. And this will be the last thing we do for this part of the tutorial. Last one. And finally that in there and that there. So once you've done all of them, you're actually done for pretty much all of the actual towers in this structure. And I think just before we sort of completely finish off, what we're going to do is take some cobblestone, place 3 blocks along there, 3 blocks along there, 3 blocks along here, and we're just going to start to go round the outline and make sure that the actual flooring is in, so we can see what we're working with next time. So we just keep going round like so. We can take some slabs, place some slabs here so you can actually get in, and so you're not having to jump, like so. You can change these up a bit by maybe having it like that instead. That way you're not just got a purely flat surface to climb up. You've kind of got a bit of almost leg room, I don't know, just a bit. It also looks a bit better and not as flat. So what we'll do is we'll add all that in, and then to finally finish all this off, we're going to grab some spruce wood planks, and we're just going to fill in the floor like so. You do have a choice here, because although I'm filling this in with full blocks, I think you can also get away with using half slabs. It just depends on what you want to do with the actual floor. So I think since I'm just doing this as an aesthetic thing, I'm going to add in the slab floor to give it a bit of depth and some layers to it. But you can add in the blocks if you want to actually do more with the building. But for me, this is just an aesthetic choice. So I'm going to fill in all of this, and it's a fairly small amount of space compared to most of my other builds. So I'll get all of this in. Like so. We're almost there. Almost got them all. So once you've got all of that in, you're pretty much done for this part of the tutorial. So I will say thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And tune in next time where we'll be working on more of the main structure of the build. So see you guys next time. Bye.